Welcome back. Today's class is a relaxing practice that can be done at the end of the day. It's designed to bring you into that calm, relaxed state of mind. It's going to stretch out some muscles. It's not overly complicated, except maybe at the beginning you might have to pay a bit of attention, but other than that, you can just allow the body to flow gently, to hold those poses. We'll be holding them not for too long, maybe 3 or 4 breaths, but just kind of relax into the holds and prepare yourself for going to bed, for sleep. You will need a block or a thicker book for one of the poses. You also are welcome to use blocks at any other point during the class, but for one pose specifically, we will need a block or even a thicker pillow or rolled up blanket or something that can just bring a little bit of a lift. We'll be placing our foot on it. So grab that and then join me on your mat. We'll start the practice on our backs. So make your way down. Roll the shoulder blades under the back. Bring the pelvis into neutral position. Heel toe your feet as wide as the mat, and then allow the knees to come together in the middle so you can rest them against each other. Close your eyes. And begin to draw your attention more inwards. So if there are any residual thoughts floating by in your mind, just let them go. And instead, start to notice just how your body feels right now. Maybe you feel tired. Maybe you're tight. Just acknowledge that there's no judgment. But just know if some stretches feel very tight, that's because that's how you started the practice with. Then you may notice the body opening and soften as we hold the poses. Now start to notice your breath. Just observe the gentle flow of inhales and exhales. If any thoughts jump into your mind whenever you realize that you're thinking about something, let those thoughts go again and come back to your breath. Now you can keep your eyes closed as you start to heel to your feet closer together until they're about hip width apart. One by one, bring the knees in towards your chest. Give them a little hug with your arms. If it feels good, start to rock side to side. Bring the knees back to center. And now we'll slide the arms or the hands behind the thighs, so in between your calves and backs of the upper legs. And maybe you start to open your eyes here. Then one by one, start to straighten the leg. It doesn't have to be fully straight, so whatever feels comfortable, just extending one leg and then bending at the knee, and extending the other and bending. So keep alternating side to side. And now we'll extend both legs up towards the ceiling and release the arms. Arms can be down by your sides. Start to flex and point your feet. So bring the toes closer towards the shins and then point them up towards the ceiling. We'll focus on our feet and ankles and actually legs in general in today's class. So this will be a lower body practice. Good. Now bring the insides of the feet together and then start to bring the soles together and then separate them as wide as you can. Again, bring the soles together and then apart, soles together, apart. One more time. Now we'll do some ankle circles, so circling in one direction. And then switch direction. I'm hearing some popping going on in my right ankle, and that's completely normal. Good. Now bring your heels together, open the toes apart. Start to bend the knees, so knees will open in opposite directions, kind of like for that butterfly position. And then straighten the legs again. Bring the toes together. Again, open the toes wide, bend the knees to that butterfly. Extend the legs, bring the toes together. At the same time, the whole time you're keeping those heels together. Again, bend the knees, straighten and in. One more time, open the toes, keep the heels together, bend the knees, and up. Now we'll bring the toes together. As you exhale, separate the heels, bend the knees, so your feet are going to lower further apart from each other, and then bring them back together and heels together. Keep the toes together and then start to lower the heels down. Lift the legs up, toes touch, and then heels touch. Again, widen the heels and then bend the knees. Extend the legs, toes together, heels together. One more time, widen the heels, bend the knees, heels down. Lift the legs up, bring the heels together. Now keep the heels together, bend the knees into butterfly. Separate the feet, bring the knees together. Extend the legs back up, toes touch, and then heels touch again. Open the toes wide, bend the knees into butterfly. Bring the knees together, feet separate as you straighten the legs back up. One more time, just like that. Heels together, toes apart, butterfly. Knees together, widen the feet, extend the legs. Good. And then bring the knees back to chest. We'll roll to our right side. Use the left hand to push the floor away. Come up and come to a seated position. Bring the hands to your knees and we'll do some torso circles. So lean forward, over to the side, lean back, grab those knees so you don't fall back, and then to the other side. So it doesn't matter which direction you've started. We'll do 3 circles in that direction. And then switch the cross of the legs. And let's do 3 circles going the other way. Coming back to neutral. Hands will come in front. Shift yourself towards the middle of the mat. We'll come into a tabletop position. Wrist under the shoulders, knees under the pelvic points. I'm going to alternating fire hydrants here. So the left knee will lift, move it over to the left, and place it down under the hip. Right knee lifts over to the right and down. And keep alternating left to the left, down, right to the right, down. 2 more times each side. Last time to the left and right. Lift the left knee, extend the left leg long behind you, ball of the foot on the floor, and we'll start to lean forward. Place the top of the foot on the mat, and then roll over the toes as you lean back, push the heel back behind you. Again, we'll come forward, roll over the ball of the foot, top of the foot on the floor, and then roll back. One more time, we'll roll forward and back. Come back to neutral, lift the foot off the floor, move it over towards the right, so cross body, place the ball of the foot on the floor, and then peek over your right shoulder, maybe you see that left foot. Side stretch. Good. Come back to center, bring the left knee under the hip, right leg extends long, place the top of the foot on the mat, and then we'll roll over the toes, push the heel back. And again, we'll shift forward, bring the top of the foot on the mat, roll over the toes, lean back. Again, we'll come forward, back. Last time, forward, and back. Come back to neutral, lift your right leg off the floor, cross it over to the left, place the ball of the foot on the floor, and then peek over your left shoulder. Come back to center, bring the right knee under the hip. Tuck your toes under, walk the hands towards the knees, and then we'll lift the knees, rolling onto our feet. Hands to the floor or the blocks as you lift the hips. Feet are hip width apart. Relax the crown of the head to the floor. And an option here to grab opposite elbows and then maybe gently sway side to side. Release the elbows. Slowly rise all the way up. We'll roll the spine as we come back up to standing. Shoulders and head come last. Now find your block. Place it near the top third of the mat. It doesn't matter which way it's facing, but on its lowest height. And then place the ball of the left foot on the block. Right foot will step back so you can comfortably keep the heel on the floor and feet are hip width apart. This is pyramid pose with the block. Pelvis facing forward, hands at the pelvis. Start to hinge forwards. Front knee can be soft, hinging at the hips. Release the hands down. You can use the second block here. Place the hands on the block. Keep sending the left hip back. 3 more breaths here. Good. Soften into the left knee. Remove the blocks. Place the right knee down. Hands will come on the inside of the left foot as you heel toe the left foot out to the edge of the mat. We'll also bring that left foot on a diagonal. Then you can come onto the outside edge of the foot. But don't dump in the ankle. You want to keep that ankle strong. Your hands are on the floor. They can also be on the blocks. We'll just start to do little circles here with our hips, pelvis. Switch the direction, kind of just move in whatever way and direction feels comfortable. Good, we'll stop the movement. Bring the left hand onto that left thigh, turn the chest to the left, finding a twist. Now you can stay here. You can play with lifting your right foot off the floor. Next option is to grab the right foot with the left hand if you can reach it. And another option, so you can also use the block here. Your hand can be on the block. You can also lower down onto your elbow and again reach the hand and foot closer together. Elbow can be on the block or the floor. You can relax your right ear to shoulder. 3 more breaths. You're holding the foot, let it go, place it down. Bring the hands back onto your mat. So move the blocks out to the sides. And then we'll slide the left leg out to the side for gate legs. So your left foot is in line with the right knee. Hands under the shoulders. Back toes can be tucked or untucked. Left toes are facing forward. You're going to decide if you want to untuck the toes or not. Inhale here as you exhale, send the hips, so your right hip back towards the right heel, and then lift the hip over the knee again. And again, we'll lean back and forward. 2 more back and up. Last time back and up. As you come up, tuck the toes under, move the knee a little bit more towards the edge of the mat, untuck the toes, more towards the middle of the mat as you send the hips back. So this is half child's pose. Left toes can still face forward or you can lift them up to face the ceiling. If this is really uncomfortable or your knee or ankle, you can bring the hips behind so that you're not sitting on your heel is in towards your groin. And then from here you would lean forward. So either this half child's pose, leaning forward. You can also lower down onto your forearms or your sit bones on the floor. One leg extended, other knee bent, and you fold forward as well. 3 more breaths. Gently come back up onto your hands. Lift the hips off. Bring the knee under the hip. Bring the left knee under the hip. Tuck the toes under. And again, we'll roll over onto our heels. Lift the hips. Slowly roll the whole body up to standing. And back to Tadasana. Let's do that on the other side now. So grab your block. Again, place it on its lowest height. The ball of the right foot will come onto a block this time, and you step the left foot back. Feet are hip width apart, hands at the hips. Inhale. Exhale, start to hinge at the right hip. Fold forward, long spine. And then again, you can grab the other block, place the hands on the block. You can also place the hands on the floor. Whatever feels most comfortable. 3 breaths. Feeling the stretch in the calf. Move the blocks out of the way. Lower the left knee down. Heel toe the right foot towards the edge of the mat. Then bring it on a diagonal and come onto the outside edge of the foot. Hands on the floor or the blocks, especially the left hand. The right hand will come onto that right knee, open. Actually, no, we'll keep the hands down and do those hip circles. I forgot. So circling the hips. Maybe switching direction. Good. Finding the neutral, and now we'll place the right hand on the right thigh. Turn the chest to the right. You can stay here to release the ear to shoulder. You can bend the left knee, maybe grab that left foot, maybe come down onto your elbow. 3 more breaths. Release the foot. Bring the right hand down. Make sure on both hands now. As we slide this right leg out to the side. So toes face forward, hands under the shoulders, back toes tucked or untucked. Lean back. Your left hip towards the left heel. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lean back. Inhale up. 2 more. Exhale, back and up. Last time, back and up. Now untuck the toes, bring the left foot more towards the middle of the mat. Sit your hips back. And maybe you lift your right toes up towards the ceiling. Again, you can always also sit on your sit bones, heel in, and then fold forward. A couple of options, like the first time, on the first side. Good. Settling into this pose, and we'll stay here for 3 more breaths. Just making sure you don't lock this extended knee if your toes are up. You want to keep a soft bend in the knee. And gently make your way back up onto your hands. Lift the hips. Slide your right knee in and the left. And then we'll sit to either side and extend the legs forward. Move the flesh from under your sit bones. You want to be able to sit nice and straight. If you're leaning back or rounding, slide a block under your hips. Hands on the thighs. Flex the feet, so toes reach towards the shins. And then point your right toes forward and then left. So we'll alternate pointing and flexing. We kind of did this earlier when we were lying on our backs. We're doing it now seated. Good. Bring the insides of the feet together. We'll try to touch the soles of the feet. And then go the other way, so bring them as far apart as possible. Again, try to touch them and open, touch, open, and then we'll do some circles with the ankles. Switch the direction. Good. Again, flex the toes or the ankles, toes towards the shins. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. As you exhale, hinge forward, belly to thigh. Release the hands wherever they fall. So you don't have to grab the toes. You don't have to grab the feet. You just fold forward, keep the chest open, long spine. If you round to the back, we can all go deeper, but I want you to keep the length in the spine. 3 more breaths. Knees can be soft. And as you inhale, slowly lift up. Now we'll come onto our backs. Again, you may want to use a block, so have one close by in case you do. Coming all the way down onto the back, feet are on the floor. Cross your right ankle just above the left knee. Figure 4, open the right knee out to the side. If you feel the stretch in your hips, stay here. If you want a little bit more, next level is to take the block on its lowest or medium height and place it under your left foot. This is going to bring that left thigh closer up, but it's kind of in between here and the next step that we'll do. So for some of us, this might feel great, and this is where we want to stay. Final option is to further pull that left thigh in towards the chest. Maybe you slide your arms or hands around the back of that left thigh. Your right arm will slide through that triangle created with your legs. And breathe. Good. If you're holding the leg, let it go. If your foot is on a block, just slightly kick the block out to the side. We'll all place that left foot down onto the mat. And now fully cross the legs. So slide so inner thighs are together. Pull the knees in towards the chest to bring your arms into cactus position, and then slowly lower your knees. Actually, we'll lower them over to the right. You want that right foot to be on the outside of the left knee. It's going to add a little bit, just a little bit of pressure, and you'll feel the stretch in your outer hip, maybe the IT band area. And then you have the option to turn your gaze to the left. Turn the gaze back up, and then slowly bring the knees back up, uncross the legs. Let's do the other side. So cross the left ankle just above the right knee, open the left knee out to the side. Same options, foot can be on the floor. You can find a block, place it under the right foot on either its lowest or medium height. Final option to bring the right thigh closer to the belly and interlace the fingers behind the thigh. Some like to interlace around the shin if you want a deeper stretch. And breathe. Figure 4, supine figure 4. Release the leg, remove the block to the side, place the foot on the floor, fully cross your legs, pull the knees in towards the chest, bring your arms into cactus position, and then we'll keep pulling the knees in as you lower the knees over to the left. So again, that left lower leg, left ankle will be on top of the outside of the right knee, adding that little bit extra stretch. You can turn the gaze to the right. Turn the gaze back up towards the sky, the ceiling. Bring the knees back to center, uncross the legs. And find your Shavasana. So you can extend the legs, or you can come to the same position we were at the beginning of the class, feet mat with the part knees together. In either case, arms are down by your sides, shoulders under the back, palms face up, chin down towards the throat to lengthen the back of the neck. Relax your whole body. Let's all inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out through your mouth. Soften the body. Let it melt into your mat. And I'll bring you back in a few moments. Deepen your breath. Gently start to move your toes, fingers, wrists, ankles. Extend the arms over the head. Bend the knees. And roll to your right side. Pause there for a breath. And then we'll gently push ourselves up into a seated position. Keep your eyes closed if you can, just for a little bit longer. Sit up tall. Bring your awareness to your body, your energy, your mood, and just notice if anything has changed since before we started this practice. Bring your hands to heart center. Lower the chin to chest. Open the eyes and raise your head. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a great evening, and I'll see you again very soon. Namaste.